Hey folks, welcome to Fishing for Real. Today I'm down at the shoreline. I'm going to be tossing a toad, which is a solid rubber bait, around the grass to see if I can pull any bass out of there. I'm also going to be throwing a swim jig, because I had success with it the last time I was here. And I'll pitch a fluke out there and see if there's anything that wants that. And I saw some shad pop in the surface, so I'll probably tie on a gay blade and throw it way out there to see if I can catch something out deeper. Come along and let's go see what we can find. Alright folks, down here at the shore I've got a rivet top toed hollow body. It's a catalpa collar and it's a floater, so it's hollow bodied. And I've got these trocar swim bait hooks, 4/0 hooks. They got the screw on the eye of them, so I'm screwing that into the nose of the frog here. Gotta go in quite a ways with this sucker. Got a loop hook, a loop knot on the hook so it'll have some freedom. Looks like this sucker's meant for a whole lot bigger hook, but this is gonna have to do. Put it through his belly and out his back. Skin hook him just a little bit and there he is, ready to go. Little catalpa colored swim frog by Rivet. Let's toss him out there and see what I can do. I see him floating out there. It has these little feet on it, or like the feet, or like the tail on a swim jig. So reeling it steady is not necessarily the wrong way to do it, because the feet will wiggle and kick and stir up water, kind of like a weedless buzz bait or something. Alright, I get this swim jig here. I'm going to rig it up as well. Got a little Lost Creek trailer here I'm going to put on. The color is very much likened to a bluegill or brim or pumpkin seed, something to that effect, which the bass are going to be most likely to be feeding on near the shoreline like this. That's what I want to imitate, is a brim, little bluegill. That's what the bass are looking to feed on. I caught a fish on it. Just got confidence in it. You know, it's a lot of the fishing has to do with confidence bait. Having a bait that you have confidence in. You're going to use it, of course, because you have faith in it. So odds are you're going to catch something on it. Doesn't mean you couldn't catch. There he is. Oh my gosh, dude. Hot dog boy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, buddy. Come on in here. A swim jig. Swim jig, swim jig. Oh my. Come on, dude. Play. Stop it. Well, okay. You look familiar. Did we meet here last week? Alright guys, look at there, another nice largemouth, good sized largemouth on the swim jig. Man, I cannot complain about the swim jig. Very good bait. Let's put him back. See you next weekend. Whew, he nailed the snot out of that swim jig. Like I said, it mimics a bluegill, and that's what they're going to be feeding on up in here in the grass, is bluegill, not shad. Further out they might be after shad, but here they're going to hit a bluegill. That was a nice bass. If I didn't know better, it's the same guy I caught here last week on the swim jig. Like I say, you get a bait that you've got confidence in, you're gonna fish it and you're gonna catch fish on it. I used to have a spinnerbait that was about the same color, kind of a bluegill pattern. It was absolute dynamite in ponds where there was bluegill. No shad, of course, but bluegill. That bluegill pattern around the grass, I highly recommend it. I'm pulling it through the grass. Just easy does it. It fell through the grass, I let it fall to the bottom. In case there's a bass that sees it. I don't know if you've ever seen a frog jump off the shoreline. Of course, this is backwards from the shoreline, but a frog will jump off the shoreline and make a couple of darts into the water. So the bass is looking for that. He hears something splash. He's looking for something moving, falling down in front of his face. I guess you could think of a swim jig as kind of a bladeless spinner bait, although it's not a spinner bait. It's almost a spinner bait body with a spinner bait trailer, but no blade. So it is a bit more weedless. So you can fish it through some pretty gnarly stuff. Like this grass right here, these weeds. I'll try bouncing it on the bottom a little more. Real slow. Oh boy, I don't know. Of course, you hit a rock and you think you got a hit, but when that guy hit it a minute ago, I knew it was a bass. It wasn't no rock. Rocks don't swim off with your bait, usually. Looks like there ought to be a bass just hiding out in here, trying to stay out of the fray. Oh, God almighty! Oh, Lord have mercy. Did you see that guy come up and nail the snot out of that? Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. My Lord, my Lord. Oh, my God. Good heavens to Betsy. Lord have mercy. Oh, I am so... Look at that. Oh, holy freaking cow. All right, folks. That is definitely going to be my PB, as they like to say, my personal best ever. I have no idea how heavy this guy is. Lord, did you see him come out of that grass and nail that? Stop it. Stop it. You stay. Ow, he bit me. He's biting me. He can bite me. Look at that beast. What a hoss. Spawned out female. Okay, folks. I just caught my personal best ever largemouth bass. I cast right out there. Thought this looked like a tough spot. Little bass. Doggone. 21 3/4 inches. 14 inches around. Spawned out female, I imagine. But she came out and hammered this swim jig. Hammered it. Swim jig's got a new best friend. Fishing for real. Ain't no doubt about it. That was a hoss. Man, that's the biggest bass I've ever caught to date. So that shows to go, you folks. You get in some place like right there is where that thing come out and hit that. You get in behind some place like this, you think it's nasty, you think it's gnarly. And that's why the big ones are hiding out in there. That thing made a wave like a torpedo coming after this jig. Incredible. All I could do to haul the thing up on the shore. Get it out of the water, man. That was a beast. There ain't no doubt about it. Phew, hey. Stay back a ways from the water. Need to find me another gnarly spot. Like this right here. Sometimes you can catch a big fish fishing where other folks are afraid to. Pitch in there. Use a good weedless lure. What do you got to be afraid of? Hey folks, thanks for joining me today at Fishing for Real. I took another trip to the lake shore. I wanted to test the toad in the grass, but I wasn't doing much with that, so I switched back to my trustworthy swim jig. Caught a little bass, a little over a pound probably. Then I went down to a spot that most folks, shore fishermen especially, would never throw into. Just a great big mass of weeds with a couple of feet of water between the bank and the weeds. And as I pulled out of those weeds, a 6-pounder, like a torpedo, nailed that swim jig. My personal best, at least I'd say 6 pounds, I'm guessing. Don't have a scale. 21 3/4 inches long, 14 inches girth. I'm very pleased with it. Very grateful. Glad to have you guys join me today. I look forward to seeing you again on another Fishing for Real. Have a good day.